Hi everyone, welcome to the Mama Elephant anniversary event. We are celebrating 8 years with Mama Elephant. Today we are going to be sharing 2 new products for the September 15th release. I absolutely adore snowmen for the holidays, and here we have Let It Snow. I absolutely love all of the Mama Elephant characters, and I adore these snowmen. My favorite stamp is the penguin. I am not sure why. He is the cutest ever. I love him so much. This set also comes with the little birch branch, which you can use to create different scenes for your backgrounds. Here's a look at the Let It Snow Creative Cuts coordinating dies. As you can see, it comes with the Let It Snow die, which you can use to cut out paper that you can either ink or you can use colored cardstock. The one awesome thing about this die is that the dot on top of the eye is connected to the die cut, so you don't have to worry about protecting that little piece of die cut to dot your eye. So I really loved that about the die cut. Here is a look at Slim Woodland, and I just adore all of the Mama Elephant slimline dies. I think they are really well thought out, and I really like this one because it cuts out different elements of a scene, so it makes it easy for you to create an adorable woodland scene. We're going to take a look at the pieces later, but as you can see, it cuts out a snowbank, trees, and also a little snow flurry situation in the middle. Here are some of the supplies that I'm using to watercolor this first card. I'm using the Strathmore Ready Cut watercolor in the 5x7 pre-cut sheets, the Gina K Designs amalgam ink in chocolate truffle, and then I'm using my Arteza real brush pens today for the watercoloring. I'm going to use a water brush, and I have a little bowl of water there. I have lost my mind, y'all, because I have no idea how I ended up with a blue card and yet the footage is showing a purple marker. So I may have forgotten to turn on the camera when I colored the blue snowman images, but I do color the same way. So if you've seen any of my coloring videos, you know that I will take the pigment from the marker and I'll kind of put it on the side of the image, and then I'll take my water brush pen and then I will drag that color out. As you drag that color out, the pigment gets less intense, so you can achieve a blended look really easily. I never used to be a watercolor person before, but I have come to truly enjoy it. I'm just like super intense when I color, and you know, using water, it's like very unpredictable, so I think that's why I didn't like it in the beginning, but now I thoroughly enjoy it. It is so fun, and I can achieve looks with it that I can't really myself with Copic markers. So I did color up those birch branches. I accidentally grabbed the wrong pen. I didn't grab my water brush. I grabbed a Spectrum Noir sparkle pen by accident, and the sparkle pen has liquid in it, so it's able to drag out the color from the Arteza, and it came out so beautiful because the birch branches were all like just shiny and sparkly. I loved it. So that was kind of a nice happy accident there. I'm taking an oldie but goodie. This is the Hillside cover, and I'm using a blending brush to do some ink blending. I believe this is the Rabbit Hole Designs brush, and I absolutely love it. It's also a beautiful brush too. It's kind of translucent. I really enjoyed using it. So I'm taking some Distress Oxide ink, and I'm doing some just some simple blending. I kind of want this card to be a little bit monochromatic. So that's the sky there. I'm going to leave the snow white. And then I'm taking my birch branches and I'm tucking them in to the slits in the card front. So I don't want it to look super contrived. So I'm kind of putting them in like different layers because I also want to use the holiday word banners, which we featured yesterday, and kind of hang them on the birch branches. So I'm taking forever to do this, but I just want it to be kind of the perfect placement because I want my snowmen to fit, I want my holiday word banners to fit. So that's why it took a little bit longer to do that. I'm cutting off the excess, and then now I'm taking the images that we watercolored, and then I'm going to lay them on the card. And I love kind of tucking them in into the different layers of the hillside cover. So here are the holiday word banners, and I just love using them to hang on the branches. I think it looks really good. So we're using Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I believe I used Distress Oxide ink to stamp out those sentiments. I wanted it to be stamped out in gray, and that was kind of the gray tone that I wanted to use to stamp this out. I believe I used pumice stone. I usually take notes on the side with all the colors and ink color things that I use, but I cannot find my paper. I'm such a mess. So the new thing that I'm obsessed is with this Posca paint marker in white, and I'm obsessed with making snow with it. I don't know why. I think it's because the pen works really good and it's just so enjoyable to use. And so I have to stop myself from doing it too much. For the second card, I am coloring the images using the Ohuhu alcohol markers that I just got. I think I'm just continuing to kind of use them and test them out, and so far so good. I'm just doing some simple coloring here. And I believe I do have the list of colors that I used for this, so I will put that in the description box. But I'm going to use these snowmen again as a scene in the Slim Woodland card. I'm testing out the blending here, and it came out fine. It looks the same as Copic markers. Like if I were to look at it, I wouldn't tell the difference what kind of marker that I used. So I'm using just a little bit of a icy blue color to outline the snowman, to just give it a little bit of an icy glow. And I just adore these snowmen. I like their scarves, and I like all their little accessories, and they do face each other, so you can use the holiday word banners for them to hold on each side. I didn't get to do that for this video, but I would like to do that in a future card. I feel like I always use the same colors when I make Christmas cards. I'm always using aqua and pink, but I really like those color combinations for Christmas. Here is the Let It Snow die cut from the Let It Snow coordinating dies. I am going to use my Xyron sticker maker to add adhesive to my piece of paper that I will be die cutting. I just wanted to make it easy for myself to adhere it to my card front. That backer sheet there in dark aqua is cut out with the Slim Window Dressing Slimline dies. So here is the Slim Woodland. I wanted to cut out that snowbank, so I'm just cutting it out here. I'm just following the curve. It's just 2 cuts. I wanted it to layer it on top because I wanted my snow to be super white, and I'm going to adhere it on another Slim Woodland that I cut out in a lighter aqua. So I will just be adhering it to that, just using some of my ATG gun tape. So I'm adhering it on top, and then you'll see that the trees are that light aqua color, and then I'm going to mount it so the back side will be that darker aqua color. I'm going to adhere that middle piece in white in the middle, and it should fit like a puzzle. Next, I'm going to adhere the Let It Snow sentiment. I'm just taking out the release paper and I'm going to put it in the middle of the card. That's why I wanted the snowbank to be white behind it so the sentiment would stand out. I cut out the images we colored with the coordinating dies, and now I'll be placing those images in front of the card around the sentiment. I just wanted to have just an even placement all around. I think we went a little bit overboard with the bling because there were like 4 or 5 phases of bling here. So phase 1 is these opalescent snowflakes, which are so gorgeous. I believe I purchased these from Cartwright Sequins, and I love the opalescent shimmer. So I'm adding it to the front top of the card using the Art Glitter Glue. And then for phase 2, I had slime beads, don't ask, but they were this beautiful aqua color, and I put a couple of those, not too many. And then I had stickles, and I wanted to make a glittery snowbank, and I also kind of wipe them on the slime beads, so the slime beads are kind of this glittery clear. It's so pretty in person. And you also have to be careful with the stickles because it has a lot of moisture and it might warp your card, so just put a little bit, and then now I'm kind of smearing it so it has this glistening snow sort of look, and I really liked how it turned out. So I think I also, oh, here's phase 4. So much bling. These are from Pretty Pink Posh, some silver stars. These are a little bit bigger than the ones that I normally use, and I really love them. So we're putting that all over the card. I wanted my sentiment to stand out, so I did add another layer of sentiment on top. I just wanted it to be a little bit beefier because we did use a lot of bling and it kind of got lost in the shuffle, so we added another layer. So now we're going to mount our card fronts into the card bases, and I don't know why I'm being so aggressive with my bone folder. It's so distracting. I have no idea what I was doing. So we did mount the slim Woodland into the slim window dressing backer sheet. So I cut out another one and I creased it, and then now I'm scoring it because that's what I will adhere to the front of the card to kind of make that flip up feature that you see in shaped cards. And then I'm just making sure that it's really nicely burnished. Then I will finally adhere the card fronts into the card bases. For this card base here, I used everything watercolor paper because my images were on watercolor paper, and I just like to keep the same paper throughout. So now we're going to do the flip up feature on the slim Woodland, and I love the way that looks. I had some washi tape behind it. I removed it, but I just love it. I love how shiny and sparkling that Let It Snow card turned out. And I'm calling those cards done. Here is a look at the final cards. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Stay safe and happy crafting. I'll see you again for another video tomorrow. Bye, guys.